Hello friend, I want to tell you about the Audi 100/A6C4 car. According to some car enthusiasts, the early 1990s were the era when the best German E-segment limousines were sold. Mercedes offered the W124 model at the time, and the BMW 5 Series E34 and Audi 100/A6C4 also appeared. How does the successor to the famous cigar hold up after all these years? 2 decades ago, the Germans at Audi ensured that their model range of engines was as wide as possible. Many people faced with the decision to buy such a car, however, have serious doubts about which engine would be best for them. I wouldn't recommend 4-cylinder engines to anyone, except for the top-of-the-line 140 horsepower 2.0-liter version, which is not only very sluggish but also consumes quite a lot of fuel. The most sensible engines are, of course, the 140 horsepower 2.0-liter and the 2.3-liter inline-5. The V6 and V8 versions are intended for true enthusiasts who don't mind the extremely high fuel consumption and higher maintenance costs. Regardless of which engine you choose, you have to accept the possibility of component failure. After all, the car is getting on in years. What breaks down? Most often, ignition coils and the airflow meter are the most common. Timing belts are also fragile and tend to break before their next replacement. It's also worth paying attention to the valve cover, where engine oil leaks are common. In addition to petrol engines, the Audi 100/A6 also featured diesel engines. Compared to contemporary designs, their durability is undoubtedly armor-plated. The oldest engine, the 2.4-liter, presents the fewest problems, but the 2.5 and 1.9-liter TDIs are only slightly less problematic. If you're looking for the most dynamic performance possible, you can confidently choose the top-of-the-line 140 horsepower 2.5 TDI, not to be confused with the trouble-free newer generation 2.5 TDI V6. The 1.9 TDI is also a successful design. In my opinion, however, only a 2.5 TDI engine is suitable for such a large car. Smaller ones simply lack the pep. Diesel engines, like petrol engines, are prone to occasional failures. The components that last the shortest are the injection system, pump and injectors, the turbocharger, and the airflow meter. The front suspension of this model is a classic McPherson strut setup with a torsion beam at the rear. It's worth remembering, however, that the 4x4 versions have an independent wishbone setup instead of a rear beam. The starter and alternator aren't exactly durable, but the competition isn't any better in this regard. Before purchasing, thoroughly inspect the cooling system. If it's faulty, it will only incur additional engine repair costs. Those choosing the Quattro version should expect high rear suspension repairs. Other elements that can be capricious include the air conditioning compressor, electric window lifters, sunroof opening mechanism, thermostat, relays for various devices, temperature sensor and handbrake mechanism. The wide range of engines and the suspension characteristics, which are conducive to fast driving, also deserve praise. The car also has its drawbacks. Its silhouette no longer looks particularly fresh, and the V6 and V8 engines consume astronomical amounts of fuel. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to subscribe and rate my video. If you know of any issues with this car that I haven't mentioned, be sure to share them in the comments.